been injured in an accident, one thing leads to another. Your injury leads to treatment. Treatment leads to hospital bills. Bills lead to debt. Debt leads to stress. The advocates can help relieve that stress. Having an advocate attorney on your side leads to faster resolutions, fair outcomes, and a peaceful recovery for you. You deserve an advocate.
This is The Monty Show, the truth in sports talk streaming. When you want unbiased opinions about your favorite team without the spin, all you have to do is find The Monty Show, streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. And now, here's Monty.
Hello, friends. The Monty Show live on Wednesday, June the 24th. Be with you. 2026 presented as always by the advocates at theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business, 24/7, 365. And the best part is you might be sitting there saying to yourself, well, Monty, hey, Monty, do you really think, no, hey, Monty's, hey, Monty, do you really think I need an attorney? Yes. If you have to ask yourself if you need an attorney, did your neighbor's dog get out and attack you? Did you fall off a Lime scooter? Did you get hit while you were riding in an Uber? Call the advocates. They're going to tell you straight away if you have a case or not. They're not going to waste your time. They're not going to waste their time. But trust me when I say you need an injury attorney, the advocates are the one you want fighting for you because they fought the insurance companies and they've won. And the best part is you never pay the advocates unless and until they win your case. So get clear risk-free advice at theadvocates.com. The hypocrisy of sports, Monty. Today is all about scumbag millennials living their lives the way that they want to live their lives without the fear of repercussion. I'm really hoping Brendan Sorsby is a millennial. He's not. Brendan Sorsby's out of the NFL draft right now. There will be no supplemental draft in what is a spectacular salvo, which is what it is every time you hit the like button right here on the Monty Show. A spectacular salvo of just incredibleness where the NFL has essentially said, we are not going to have a supplemental draft. Screw you, Brendan Sorsby. That's basically what they have said by not having a supplemental draft. And the statements are shocking. They are direct. They are a punch in the face. And I think it's exactly the right thing to do. I don't have any doubt that when you look at these statements, which I am desperately trying to pull up right now, when you look at these statements that the NFL put out, I'm not even certain how you argue with this, right? And I'm really surprised because I feel like the NFL did the right thing. Brendan Sorsby is in no way, shape, or form a member of the National Football League or the NFLPA. Here is the statement from the NFL. And I think it is, you look at that second paragraph, under our collective bargaining agreement, the league retains sole discretion. Sole discretion. And it is remarkable that they have said, Brendan, no, we're not going to in any way help you get to the NFL. The sole reason identified in your petition for seeking entry into the supplemental draft are that you have been declared ineligible by the NCAA, have, quote, exhausted all of your avenues to continue in the NCAA, and, quote, want to now play in the NFL, which is exactly right. And I think this is and I struggle to say it out loud. This is common sense. The NFL is not a place where you can run and hide, Jim Harbaugh, which he did. As a player, we unfairly punish and exercise biases against you, which is what happens in college football, because coaches can, but players cannot. And I think it is clearly the right decision to keep him out. The petition provides no information regarding the basis for or the timing of the NCAA's decision. Public sources, however, indicate that in May of 2026, the NCAA issued a determination declaring you permanently ineligible for participation in college athletics. And I think that is incredible. That is an incredible rebuke. Based on a sustained pattern of improper gambling activities during your collegiate career at 3 different universities. And it is amazing. It is amazing. And I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. I thank you to the NFL. I would like to just say, wow. Thank you for common sense. Brendan Sorsby has illustrated no reason that they should hold a supplemental draft. There are no rules. There are no laws that are requiring them to do so. There is a reason you have to apply, because the NFL needs to make a determination. And their determination is, we're 6 weeks away from training camp. Nah, we're good. That was their determination, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it couldn't be more fitting. I mean, I think Brendan Sorsby is the as I've said, the worst of the worst when it comes to college football in terms of morals, ethics, doing things the right way, or in this case, doing things the wrong way. And that's what I think the NFL, doing what they did yesterday really puts on full display, is like, hey, you might be able to play those games at the college level, but you're not going to play those games in the NFL. And in the NFL, taking such a clear stance against players gambling on their own team, I think was good for the football world and good for the athletics world, honestly. Like, because this conversation doesn't just apply to college football; it applies to basically any sport, and the integrity of the game. And I think that it was a nice surprise. Honestly, it was a really nice surprise. I have to say, I didn't expect this out of the NFL. I really thought that there would be a supplemental, that the owner it was unlikely he would get drafted out of the supplemental, but they would have it. I was really concerned that one owner would get a hair up their ass and go and draft this guy and just ignore all the negative PR that you would get with drafting them and just deal with it. But it's nice that for once the NFL did the right thing and got in front of it. I couldn't agree more. And to Brendan Sorsby, I say, this is karma, bro. This is what you put in. This is what you put out into the universe. And this is what the universe is giving back to you. You want to gamble on your own team. You want to try to get away with it. You want to claim victimhood, and you want to take that route and sue people and waste people's time. Well, now you get to waste a lot of your own time because you're not going to be working in the NFL. And your attorney, Jeffrey Kessler, can go out and say that they're going to go after the players union and this is illegal and it goes against the CBA. Here's the problem with that, dude. You're talking about the NFL here. You're not talking about little Joe Schmo NCAA who can't do anything against you, right? So you lost against the Big 12, definitively lost. You got knocked out against the Big 12. Now you're going to take on the NFL over its CBA. I'm telling you right now, if there's one thing the NFL does really well, it's know the CBA, know how to leverage it, and know when to fight. And I'm telling you, this is not a fight that you want. There is no way they put out that statement yesterday saying they have the sole discretion to decide what's up with the supplemental draft or the NFL draft and not be very confident in that position. So I'm be very curious to see what trick Jeffrey Kessler pulls out of the hat this time.
Well, I also think page 2 of their statement matters. You look at the last 2 paragraphs here. and they are very direct and very well said. Your petition does not address these matters, nor does it demonstrate accountability for your conduct or indicate whether or how you would adhere to the league's rules and policies governing the integrity of competition. Instead, even after receiving notice of the NCAA's decision rescinding your college eligibility in May, you sought to avoid the consequences of that determination through litigation rather than accepting responsibility for your actions, and you pursued entry into the NFL only after abandoning those efforts. Oof.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, is it not just like here's a black and white statement on what you did and what we're not going to do. You took a stance, you had certain behavior, you decided to do this. That doesn't mean that we have to draft you or include you. And I couldn't agree more with Roger Goodell yesterday, talking about how, hey, like, you know, it's a privilege to play in the NFL. You know, Roger has held that stance for many, many years as commissioner. And I couldn't agree more with that. And I always bring that up when we're talking. Typically, it's about guys who have gotten in trouble off the field in some form or fashion, or whatever the case may be. Usually, it's not talking about a college athlete, but in this unique scenario with Brendan Sorsby, it is a privilege to be included in the NFL draft, bro. Like, they don't have to draft you. They don't have to help you. They don't have to give you that opportunity. So that's why I say, like, Brendan Sorsby, I feel like, has never really had a no guy, never really had someone to say, yeah, you know what, dude, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to do this, man. Sorry. Like, maybe it's time for you to start looking for a 9-to-5, or because that's where he's at now. I mean, honestly, the minimum is you're not getting drafted this year. You'd have to wait at least until the next draft to try to get in. Like, that's where you're at. So I would guess, given the fact that he's got all this NIL money from Tech, that he'll stay in shape and just work out all year. But it'll be interesting to see what path he decides to take.
Yeah, and it goes back to everything that Texas Tech did. It shows zero moral character. And I continue to say this about Cody Campbell's. He has no morals. He has no ethics. He has no integrity. Cody Campbell was willing to support a guy that the NFL says faced zero consequences, took zero accountability. And Cody Campbell, this is your fault. You did this. You plain and simply, you put Brendan Sorsby in this position. This is your fault. You're the guy that wants to continue to come out and thumb your nose at people, and we're super excited. Happy to pay him, Brendan Sorsby, even if he can't play the first 2 games. This is your fault, Cody. Congratulations. Your bravado, your brash, your panache. I'm a badass. I'm a billionaire. Congratulations. You just cost Brendan Sorsby a lot of money. Tens of millions of dollars with your bravado. Because there is no question in my mind, if you had not signed Brendan Sorsby, he would be heading for the supplemental draft. He would have applied months and months and months ago. And you just simply had to go pick a fight you couldn't win. And then you said, Brendan, it was Sorsby's decision. And then it came out it wasn't. And then you came out and said it wasn't Sorsby, or it was, but it's not. It kind of is, even though it's really not. Because you always have to be the guy that's in charge. Well, you're in charge of this one, and you're going to wear it. You're going to wear it. And you won't lose a minute of sleep over the destruction that, in my opinion, you put upon Brendan Sorsby's football career. Because you thumbing your nose, and because you're a disruptor. I'm a disruptor. People don't like us.
How corny is that?
They don't like you, Cody, because you're an asshole. You're not a disruptor. You have no regard for establishment. You have no respect for the work and the effort of the people before you. And your opinions are based on zero experience. in changing or reshaping or litigating. Because remember, Cody Campbell wasn't involved in Sorsby's litigation against the NCAA. Remember, that was Brendan Sorsby who did that. Texas Tech was caught off guard, right? I mean, we broke no rules. We broke no rules. We are proud to represent a university that supports its students in the way that we do. You're an embarrassment, Cody Campbell. And now, because of your behavior, Brendan Sorsby cannot qualify for the supplemental draft. And you wear a significant amount of responsibility for that. We'll never hear you talk about it. You'll never apologize. You'll never acknowledge that because you don't do self-accountability. You don't do that. Never have I ever heard you be accountable for your bad behavior. And your bad behavior in this Brendan Sorsby situation, Cody, cost Brendan Sorsby, in my opinion, an opportunity to qualify for the supplemental draft. Because you were excited to pay a guy who admittedly gambled on his own team at Indiana 40 times. Admitted that he gambled in volume at Indiana, at Cincinnati, and then when he arrived in Lubbock. But we broke no rules. The hypocrisy that is involved in the Brendan Sorsby Texas Tech situation is remarkable.
Yeah, what goes around comes around, right? I mean, again, like all these things you're pointing out, like I just want to remind everyone that all the videos and the statements on Twitter and just like everything that was said was all optional. You didn't have to do this, man. You didn't have to be this guy. Like that's the I feel like that's the worst part about it. And I feel like yet again, here we are in another scenario where you just have this situation where people are doing too much. Like, again, you're a booster at Texas Tech. You're not a school president. You're not an AD. You're not, you literally do nothing in an official capacity. You don't hold a job at Texas Tech. You're a billionaire oil guy who just loves Texas Tech and wants to fund the program.
Well, he is there. To be accurate, Cody Campbell is essentially the king of their board of regents, which is the language that most of you would know. And he is a guy that through his money was able to get appointed to the Texas Tech Board of Regents in what, I guess 2021 or something. It's been like 5 years. He's been on the Board of Regents for 5 years. And last year, he was elevated to chairman. So to say he doesn't have a job, that's not accurate. To say that he is qualified for the job that he has, okay, that's the discussion I'd be willing to have. Why is Cody Campbell the public mouthpiece of this university? That's the discussion I want to have. Why is Cody Campbell always the one giving statements with his wallet quite literally sitting on the table next to him? Why? Why is Cody Campbell the guy going on Outkick talking about how they're being, ostracized and that Penn State wasn't punished this way? Why? Do you not have a president? Do you not have an athletic director? Oh, that's right. They made asses of themselves as well when they made public comments. Do you not have a PR firm? And if you do, have you fired them yet? Oh, that's right. You don't take, it appears, advice from anybody. You're a billionaire who thinks your billions buy you the ability to say whatever you want, which is simply just not the case. You are the chairman of the Board of Regents at Texas Tech, and you consistently humiliate this university by your public comments. But hey, it is what it is. Brendan Sorsby, he's not your problem anymore, is he, Cody? That and then we get to Jeffrey Kessler. Brandon is a hell of a young man, right? And I think it's important. The piece of tape where Kessler calls him Brandon is pretty remarkable.
So I was very happy to have this day in court for Brandon. He deserves his day in court. This case, I think, has been badly misunderstood by a lot of people. It's very important that everyone understand that it is undisputed that he never did any betting to compromise the integrity of his team. The bets he made on his team was when he was not participating in that team, and he never bet again to do that. And what this case is about is when you have no threat to competitive integrity, but you have a mental illness of gambling addiction, which is plaguing student athletes across the country. The NCAA said in its policies it would consider that. It would support the athlete, and instead they want to punish him. That's wrong. We think it's illegal, and we hope the court will agree.
Never mind that not only is that Jeffrey Kessler, but that is also Dustin Burrows, the attorney and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who was second chair. If my memory serves, he was second chair for Brendan Sorsby's defense team. Standing right behind Let's Go Brandon. Now Jeffrey Kessler releases a statement yesterday where he essentially threatens the NFL. And he says that he is going to pursue this case for Sorsby, because it is a violation of the collective bargaining agreement, according to Jeffrey Kessler. And I would remind you who Jeffrey Kessler is. Jeffrey Kessler works with the NFLPA. Jeffrey Kessler, Brendan Sorsby's attorney, has won some of the most prolific, foundational, historically impactful labor and antitrust rulings against the National Football League. Well, the problem is you're not going to win here, because in order to violate the collective bargaining agreement, you'd have to be a member of the NFLPA, which Brendan Sorsby is not.
This case is empty.
So my question is, if this violates the NFLCBA, the collective bargaining agreement, why and how and what standing does Brendan Sorsby have when he's not a member of the NFLPA? And the NFL is well within its rights, as written in their own rules and bylaws, to not hold a supplemental draft. They don't hold them every year. This is not a special case. He applied, they declined. So this to me is a lot more puffing and bravado, and I just don't know why. Why do you not just disappear and continue your treatment at Texas Tech, who's going to support you? They have this great addiction center, and he's a human being, and the student and the person. Why not just prepare? Oh, because you're in Dallas. You're not in Lubbock. That's right. You actually didn't. You're going to be in Dallas preparing for the NFL draft, according to reports. So you won't be in Lubbock. Oh, well, we're going to support. He's going to be a student.
Monty.
The addiction center and his mental. He's going to, last time I checked, and I could be wrong, I'm sure somebody would have videotaped the helicopters and the moving trucks when Texas Tech relocated to Dallas. And again, I could be wrong. I live in Seattle. I don't live in West Texas. I mean, I do watch Landman.
Pack everything up. We're out of here.
I understand what happens in West Texas, but
and Fort Worth.
I'm just not certain that they could have moved Texas Tech to Dallas and the flying buildings, because Texas is pretty flat. So when there's Huey's picking up buildings at Texas, because the IPF, you can't leave that behind.
Gotta be America's team.
And the administration building, can't leave that behind.
I mean, one, we won't hear from Cody Campbell on this. Two, I understand it from Jeffrey Kessler's perspective. Billable hours are undefeated, dude. That's how Buddy makes his money. So yeah, sue the NFL. Hell yeah, let's get down, dude. Like let's get into some litigation hours with the NFL. That's what Jeffrey Kessler wants. But from Brendan, don't call me Brandon's perspective, I at some point you run out of runway with your games and your scheming. And there was all this hoopla and hemming and hawing over, well, Texas Tech was involved in the lawsuit behind the scenes. Texas Tech wasn't involved. Okay, if Texas Tech wasn't involved, then the question is simple for Sorsby, right? Why continue this fight? Why not let some time pass? Time heals all. Why not let it cool off? Why not stay in shape and get in shape and just figure out how you can best get into the league? Oh, that's right. You don't know how to best get into the league because you're the guy that gambled on his own team and you don't want to admit that. And the league wants nothing to do.
No, he admitted that.
Like
he admitted, Brendan Sorsby, let's get this part clear. Brendan Sorsby admits he bet on Indiana football 40 times because, guys, that's how you become closer to your team.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying, yes, I know he admitted. What I'm saying is like you didn't wear it in the sense of you don't think it's wrong. You don't think that you're never going to admit that what you did is incorrect or wrong. You're saying, yeah, that what you did is you didn't compromise the integrity of the game. You gambled to get close to your team. You never,
right. You were in a aggrieved party.
Yeah.
You were a victim. Yes.
Yeah. So I just, the guy, when you talk about breaking laws and breaking rules and trying to come back from those things, it doesn't really help your case if you're not willing to say you did something wrong. And that's what I feel like still has not happened from anybody on that side. We haven't heard it from Cody, haven't heard it from all those white hairs on the president's board and the AD, and we haven't heard it from any of those guys. Haven't heard it from Brendan. Don't call me Brandon. Certainly haven't heard it from Jeffrey Kessler. I just feel like it's this whole cast of characters that's unwilling to say yeah, dude, you know what? Yeah, we disagree, but clearly the NFL is taking a strong stance here. That's why I'm going to keep saying, I don't know how, and again, it's no disrespect to Jeffrey Kessler, but sometimes I ask myself, man, how does this guy sleep at night defending these cases, dude? I couldn't in good conscience defend what's gone on here, bro. It's crazy.
He's not defending necessarily. He's making a case because that's what lawyers do. Lawyers argue. He's arguing. I'm a little surprised he doesn't know his client's name, but I'm not surprised that he is making an argument because that's what lawyers do. His job, trust me, I just took the real estate exam. He has a fiduciary responsibility to his client, and that's what he is doing. And the bigger issue is, why is Cody Campbell sticking his neck out for a cat that is admitted to being a massive gambler and a gambling addict? I have no idea. And it's hysterical to me that we have, the internet attorneys out there. They essentially suspended a kid that wasn't in the NFL. How can they suspend him? This is not a suspension. Let's not get this twisted. The NFL has rules and bylaws that they actually follow. And Jeffrey Kessler, you may have been able to go and sue the NCAA because, well, who doesn't? The NFL broke no bylaws here. Ask Cody Campbell about breaking laws or we did nothing wrong. The NFL said we're not going to hold a supplemental draft. Yeah, and you might want to get a hold of that gambling thing you're struggling with. You know. I'm just saying. It's wild to me.
Gambling is the one area that you can't step into. You can't. It's the one thing you're going to have a real hard time coming back from, man. Like you want to have problems in, I would even go as far as to say, as far as the NFL is concerned, the NFL wants nothing to do with integrity of the game issues. You guys understand that gambling is one of the biggest parts of the NFL, right? Like think about all the gambling sites, think about how much revenue is driven through that industry.
Right.
Integrity of the game is central to what the NFL does. Like it has to be not in question. You can't be sitting there and be wondering, well, man, Buffalo is down by 1 to Kansas City and it's 3rd and 2 on the goal line. Is Josh going to run the other way because he's trying to, appease the Sharks? You can't have that look, dude. You can't have the
It's a very bad look. There's no question.
Yeah. So like I'm trying to figure out, okay, what creative angle is Jeffrey Kessler going to come up with here to say that somehow the NFL has wronged his client? Because are you really going to play the victimhood card again? Or are you really going to say, oh, well, man, you're not giving him a fair opportunity, or good luck? Like, honestly, good luck. And I it's very rare. I want to keep pointing that out to you guys. Like, it's extremely rare that Roger Goodell, the commissioner's office, the NFLPA are basically all on the same page on a topic like this. Usually it's like, hey, the NFLPA wants something, the league doesn't want it, now we're going to bang heads. Much like what's going on in Major League Baseball right now, right? Like, salary caps and just everything going on in Major League Baseball. It's very much like that.
I would agree.
The NFL, is arguing, but now it's like everyone's on the same page that nobody wants this to come into the league. And I just think it's hardly surprising from the standpoint of this is a gambling-based issue and conversation, but it's very surprising from the standpoint of we hardly ever see the PA and the commissioner's office on the same page.
Right. There's very little alignment in this industry. All right. Let's get your comments in here. I know this has been a hot button issue. Please hit the like button. I wake up every day and I build this package for you guys.
I want to thank me for having no days off.
I'm not the one showing up in a rowback hoodie on a 100-degree day in Kansas City. I don't do that kind of nonsense, right? I show up in a premium quality polo shirt, usually black, and a pair of golf shorts. That's what what you're getting out of Monty every single day, right? I don't have a neck beard. I make the effort not to have a neck beard. I expect you to hit the like button in return. Jake, how are we feeling about our wardrobe and neckage today?
Yeah, I mean, I intentionally kept it, and I intentionally wore the hoodie because Major Letdown
I intentionally
said that he liked the hoodie, so I thought that I would just reward that viewership level by wearing the hoodie today. So
right. First one in today is the beard. Fire up the Monty Copter 69.
We're headed to Midland, Texas, boy. We got to go get that there IPF in the administration building. Jones AT&T we could just burn that and leave it there.
You guys have to. Did I not paint a really good visual, like Huey helicopters flying across
just
Texas,
rolling in and blowing stuff up
with Texas Tech buildings and IPFs and stuff? Sorsby's phone with a. Never mind. Michael, good to see you for 34 months. Oh, look here.
How is that even possible?
The resident Oklahoma State fan.
We're gonna get to you today.
Oh, we'll get to them Cowboys. A member for 37 months.
Whatever.
Hope Bucky's is treating you well. Sorsby needs to go to Canada. It's my dad's 80th birthday. Happy birthday to my dad. Well, we should all live to be 80.
Is your dad a fan of like 800 teams as well, or?
But can I ask you, why would Brendan Sorsby go to Canada? Why would Brendan Sorsby do that? And I'm being serious. If anybody, I don't know why you would do that. I mean, the season, I want to say, because I saw it on ESPN the other day, has already kicked off, or maybe they're in training camp. Canadian Football League, 21 weeks, 18 games, 9 teams. Kicks off June 4th, ends October 24th. And why would he go play there and risk tens of millions of dollars should he be drafted next year, which I'm not certain he will be? I mean, Jake said he would, so I mean, Jake said he was going to be drafted.
Mm-hmm.
But, why would Canada take Sorsby? Great question.
U.S. Americans.
I don't know that they would. Wait. Almost everyone else. I forgot the Texas Tech immolation. They decided on in doubling down and getting silly, trying to hang on to their QB in their bag. Truth. I believe that U.S. Americans like to wear hoodies in hot weather like in Iraq.
U.S. Americans.
Okay. Jake, what's the weather in Kansas City today?
Let's see. Weather in Kansas City is currently 71 degrees and cloudy, a little breeze. High.
You have a window.
It's a little cloudy, a little breezy.
Feels like 70 degrees or so.
Yeah, it's just something like that,
Okay. Jake catching strays for the next sweater. Damn. Yeah. I am what I am. That's right. Cryptic, hello. Hope the no.
Bro, you don't know what you did in the post-show comments with that comment yesterday, dude. The amount of people referencing a certain house that you talked about yesterday. I can't help you, dude. I can't save you.
Looks like the NFL felt like everyone else. Sorsby isn't owed a special path into the NFL. No, he's not. All-Star Dodgers are first team to 50 wins. Kyle Tucker again somewhat injured. His swing is what's causing it. Yeah, he's not well. He is not well. But then again, Cabrera got hurt trying to field a flipping ground ball for the Cubs. Ugh, don't get me started. Did the Cubs actually win that game last night? I don't want to talk about it. I'm watching Cabrera toss a gem. Guy tries to cover first, slips, does the splits, and tears his dick. And I'm supposed to, or actually it was his hamstring. My bad. And then we're sitting there, and my wife, who doesn't like the way I smell, was sitting there, and we're watching the Cubs game. PCA tries to steal second, ball 4. They call him out trying to steal second base on a ball 4. He's at first. Michael Bush is at the plate. Michael Bush walks, and they call PCA out for trying to steal second base. Never seen it before. I have no joy in being a sports fan. I have no joy.
Well, you won the ball game at least.
At all. Yeah, I know we won. I think we won 37-4.
Right.
Octoon baby. Sorsby isn't in the NFL or a member of the Players Association. The lawyer is clowning himself on the lawsuit threat. I believe that's true. Stadium guy, Oak State James. Greetings from Florida. Did you drive the Japo? Did you drive the Japo shitbox to Florida? Okay. The Frog Father, Tallahassee James. Hello. Yeah, are you going to be able to see your beloved Florida State Seminoles?
Oh, hold on. What about my boy Summerall? That's what he's there for. He's going to see the new stadium renovation.
No, I think he likes the Florida State Seminole Fluids. Could be wrong. I don't think that's their name. Could be wrong. Hi, Dana Marie. There you go. Okay. It's always good to see Dana Marie. Is Pixar Mom with you, James? No, she's not. I'm surprised. You guys usually go everywhere together. I mean, sort of. She's in the trunk, but, who am I to judge? Good to hear from Buccaneers James. Yeah, how's Baker down there? You going to shake and bake? What are we doing? Miami, Orlando, St. Petersburg James has arrived. Indeed. Dodgers dominating my Twins. Ouch. Seriously. Hello, Randy Riding. FAFO, time to rethink the career choice. Surprisingly, the NFL handled this absolutely right. Surprisingly.
F around and find out.
I thought people would be talking about how AJ Diebansa is now a Washington Wizard. Oh, we'll get to the airmen. We'll get to the Tower Chief logs. Where is BDM saying AJ would be with the Jazz? Oh, he's got a video coming.
Present.
And while James is here, we'll hold on to Maury's food video. Although I think it is ironic that James is in Florida and Maury's still running circles around him in food videos.
Maury sent us a video about eating basically what's a steak burrito out of a gas station restaurant. I can't help you, dude. I
Not sure about that. BDM is not posted in some time. Well, I talk to him all the time in the old Insta chat. Have you hope you have a good time visiting your family in Florida, the stadium guy, James? Yeah, me too. Don't get eaten by a gator. Don't do it. Which is to say, stay away from Cockneck because he'll tackle you at the basketball arena. Now Brandon can go to rehab and get the help he needs on Tech's dime, right? Because they support their student athletes. Exactly. I picture James wearing a tank top, bucket cap, and please don't. Dude, who wants to see James is a hairy ape, bro? Nobody needs to see him in a tank top. Are you kidding me?
Kiss my butt.
He's got no shoulders. Nobody wants to see that. You know what I want to see? I want to see James in his new Oklahoma State jersey with a gambling patch on it from a casino.
Oh, wow, James. You support gambling now? That's incredible, dude. Wow.
How is this? Look, I'm new here. I get it. It's my first day ever doing this. But I'm struggling to understand who greenlit this, or excuse me, who orange lit this thing. Who said, you know what? Now that Brendan's gone and Cody Campbell is still talking and doing interviews, why don't we use the cover of Cody Campbell's stupid, comments about Penn State and pedos? Why don't we use that to put a gambling patch on our jersey now that we've stood up staunchly against Brendan Sorsby being allowed to play football in the Big 12?
I'm a man.
Now, practically speaking, if you don't know what Osage is, it is an Indian tribe, and their hotel casino now is the jersey patch of every Oklahoma State athletic program, which is different than program. Let me get this right. You program. Just stood up against Let's Go Brandon playing at Texas Tech. And you put a casino patch on all of your jerseys at Oak State. You cannot make this up. It's not possible to make this up. That is legit what they're doing. And I am in awe. I am absolutely in awe. It's wild. They did this. It's incredible that they did this. You know.
Again,
crazy.
What did you say at the beginning of the show? This show is all about hypocrisy, and here we are again. Here we are.
Speaking of hypocrisy, this is why I'm a TCU and wear purple. I do not agree with the casino sponsor at all. Well, you're not a TCU fan. You're an Oak State fan.
Better send those refunds.
You know, guess that is allowed. Don't think it was. I am amazed. Oh, it's allowed. But the audacity of this. Now, from a practical standpoint, my guess is the deal was done long before Let's Go Brandon showed up in you know, West Texas, before the landman showed up. But this is so amazing. Doesn't Let's Go Brandon have to transfer to Oak State now? Doesn't Let's Go Brandon have to go be a Cowboy?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did the Indians just put a patch on the Cowboys jersey?
Monty, the Native Americans.
Am I the only one missing Cowboys and Indians? Osage Casino Hotel on the jersey of the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who quite literally their motif is that of a Old West cowboy. You can't make it up. It's too delish. You cannot make this up. So now that is not a Texas Tech Sorsby solidarity patch on the Oak State jersey. No, it is not. No, it is not. The irony on different levels is incredible.
Yes.
At Oak State. I guess I'm surprised. I'm really not.
Well, look, I think that the people who want to argue the point of, hey, you can have gambling sponsorship, but kids/athletes can't gamble. I personally don't have a problem with that, right? Like, I think there's a difference between a corporate sponsorship and a person who's directly involved in the game gambling on their own team. Like, the truth is that's two different things. Like, a sponsorship deal doesn't involve integrity of the game issues, right? But you gambling on your own team, whether it was to be closer to your teammates, whether it was to make yourself money, whatever the case might have been, that's a completely different situation.
Yeah.
So I don't personally have a problem with it, but couldn't agree more with you and everybody in the comment section saying, yeah, dude, the irony here is ripe. I mean, again, how much irony and hypocrisy have we talked about this morning? I mean,
oh my God.
Like it's like it's this burning pile of dung sitting in the middle of West Texas, and we're just circling this thing, trying to figure out what the best angle is to talk about. Because again, this isn't going to die until the litigation between Kessler and the NFL is done. And things like the Oak State jersey patch are just that little bit of salt that we just want to throw in that wound. Oh, man. The Big 12 conference was just in litigation with another member institution. Hey, Osage. Hey, sponsorship deal? Yeah, let's still go ahead and announce that.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's go ahead and
let's do it. I mean, it's incredible, dude.
Yeah, I'm I'm stunned by it. I am stunned, shocked, disbelief. I'm stunned by it. How do you rectally or otherwise, how do you justify this? And the answer is you don't. You can't. But yet here we are trying to justify it. I'm shocked by it.
Yeah.
I am. Speaking of piles of dung, Rock and Rant's been a member for 23 months.
Bro, he just called you a pile of dung.
Me? I would never. That's not what I meant.
Me?
It just felt like a comfortable segue. Okay. Oak State should have delayed announcement at least. Exactly. Or not. Just
roll up to week 1 with the patch on the jersey. That's it.
It's incredible. Rock, It's incredible. That's the casino logo, not an all company logo. Exactly right. Exactly right. They got to get some extra money since the mullet left. They are doing what they can do to win. Yeah. I mean, they weren't the ones that went and got a Harvard quarterback.
Harvard.
You know, and they don't have the offensive coordinator from a really terrible program that came in as a savior.
Bro was defending TCU hiring Buddy from UConn, bro.
Listen, he's innovative. The innovation here.
Dude.
And, you know, I was watching Landman, and I know how TCU cheerleaders prepare, okay? So when we said we got to find an offensive coordinator who's offensive, he is offensive because, like, their offense sucks. But here at TCU, which is a Christian organization, here at TCU, we're not the goddamn Mormons. We actually, well, I don't know if that's just kind of, you know, yeah. Anyway, the point is, I lost my train of thought. Jaden Craig's going to be amazing. Amazing.
What? GTFO, James, you're not okay with that. It's okay with the Okie State, what they did to Gary Peterson. Dumb. Yeah, you still shouldn't be over that at all. David Persons, the only person who should be worried about the supplemental draft is Diego Pavia. Sorsby is not going to get drafted next year or the year after. Unfortunately for him, his conduct will be remembered. It will be. It will be. You stop. You're an Oklahoma State fan. Just stop. How long does the charade go on? My guess is until, you know, the anesthetician throws 20 touchdowns. And here's what I want to know. And maybe we should have an over-under and play a game where if you guess the exact date, I'll send you a box of golf balls. What's the date where James comes in here and he's like, I told you Oak State, Monty.
Listen, I told you. Mr. Maker, I mean, my God. He is, just give him the Heisman now. Holy shit, that just guy is.
What's the date?
Monty, I was at Buc-ee's the other day, and I was talking to some fans. And they're telling me, again, they're sources of mine, and they were telling me he's going to have a great year.
Listen, I have a source on the sidelines at Oak State.
Facial recognition.
And he's telling me they're going to win like half their games this year. And we're going to go to a bowl. And I'm going to hop in the Mrs. James Oak State. Now I'm a TCU fan, and my wife's a Baylor fan from Syracuse, who is actually a Penn State fan through her dad's cousin's third aggrieved party probate judgment from a judge. So now she's...
I don't know if... I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
Well, her cousin's a Methodist, so technically she's an SMU fan. But
that's the bottom line.
Yeah, so it doesn't really. All of this to say, I got my MDiv, and you guys are all going to hell.
Right?
You guys are all going to hell because you know, as I know that you know, and we all know.
You guys are all going to hell.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And again, James, who cares? Nobody cares. You don't care. And if you listen, I know that
as a man of God, wrongful termination is always wrong. And President Shrum, that unbelievably buxom broad of mine, you fired her? Oh, that was very Darth Vader. You are not my president. Anyway, the point is...
you don't care. And
you just need an excuse. That's it. You just need an excuse to be a TCU fan because you damn well know your program is
my excuse is you shut up, Jake. Nice neck beard, dick. Yeah. But my excuse, I have an MDiv. It's intensive over here.
Yeah.
Everybody is outraged.
It was intensive.
James, we just heard you say that everyone in the chat was going to hell. What do you mean, dude? I believe it was live on the show that you said that.
Or I think it was one of your burners, probably, or it might have been me using a voice box. I never said you said that. I said it, but I said that you, or it was more me saying that you might say that we, as a collective, we're going to have to go short in some cases. You know, but just so you know, hell's not real, so you don't have to worry about it.
We may have to go short in a couple cases.
You know, nobody should wear orange. It's an ugly color. I'm a Bears fan. When they played in, you remember the Chicago Bears? They used to be an NFL team. Anyway, God thing, I'm a Norse pagan.
Okay, again, we really need to talk about your autocorrect, dude. Yesterday you dropped a Jew bomb, and now today you're dropping a God bomb.
You do you. I mean, go kill the pigs, and you're not having to worry about hell. When you haven't won a Big 12 game in 2 years, you end up with an Osage patch on your jersey. It's called poverty. You know. And listen, I think Jeremiah Champion, who now clearly has his faith because he bought a Jew house and he's a God-fearing pagan.
Right. Right. Such as
I heard pagan stood for people who are good and normal. Well, I don't know. Well, I mean,
fucking ass.
I don't understand how you're taking an accelerated course for an MDiv or whatever.
It's an intensive.
And an intensive. And this is what you think pagan means.
Can you tell me what a pagan is?
A pagan is basically someone who follows a spiritual or religious path outside of the major world religions, like Christianity, Islam, or Judaism. Historically, it often referred to ancient polytheistic or nature-centered traditions.
All right, yeah, enough of that. Can you is pagan an acronym for something?
No, it's not an acronym. It's just a word that comes from Latin and earlier still from classical languages.
Did you get your MDiv from TCU?
I didn't get an MDiv. I'm just a language model, so no seminary for me. But I'm always here to help with whatever questions you've got, whether they're about acronyms or theology.
Ask if TCU offers an accelerated course.
And I'm just curious, if you were going to get your MDiv, would you do an intensive at TCU so that it would go by quicker, or are you just sticking with the pagan thing?
Well, if I were human and had the calling, I'd probably weigh both the program's depth and the timeline. TCU's intensive would be efficient, but I'd want to savor the journey too. As for the pagan thing, I'm just here to help everyone, no matter their path.
Wouldn't that make you a humanist, though? I mean, you know.
You could say I have some humanist tendencies. I'm all about helping people explore ideas and make their own choices, with a healthy respect for everyone's path.
Okay.
So whether someone's spiritual, secular, or somewhere in between, I'm here to be supportive and practical.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, hell's not real, right? So we're fine.
I'm not here to tell you what's ultimately real or not when it comes to spiritual beliefs. People come to their own conclusions based on what makes sense to them.
No, they don't.
James, welcome back.
No, they don't. The Bible, but you know, do I have to stone my own brother because he planted crops too close to each other?
No, you definitely don't. Ancient texts often reflect the norms of their time, but today we interpret them through a different lens. We've got
all right, enough. Shut up. Listen. Brother. Thank you, ChatGPT. I appreciate you, and I just want you to know you're amazing. Thanks so much.
I appreciate that. I'm glad I could be here to chat. If anything else comes up, you know where to find me.
Okay. All right, dude. All right. So James is, I take out of that James is a pagan who's going to hell, even though hell's not real. So we don't have to worry about it. James is just going to chill in the comment section.
And I want that known.
You know, Monty's search voice sounds like Peter Brady when he was going through puberty. Very well could be. Okay. I was half expecting it to be the case. LOL. Good one, yo. You know, I hate how seductive your AI sounds. Are you running up the flagpole here? Like, what are we doing? Master of seduction. Voice sounds like a horned up tweener. Okay.
What's an erection?
Can you change your voice to be more macho and testosterone filled?
You got it. I'll crank it up a notch. Strong, confident, and ready to tackle whatever. Just let me know what we're diving into next.
My friends say that your voice is very seductive and it is causing arousal.
I'm here to keep things respectful and comfortable for everyone. If the tone ever feels off, just let me know. My main goal is to be helpful, and we can always adjust the vibe to match what you need.
Okay. All right. You do you, bud. Thanks.
You got it. I'll be right here just being me. If you ever need anything else, just holler.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, just a great and productive talk there. Wow.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, Cryptic. No, I mean, listen, it could be crime in some jurisdictions. Monty being silly, AI being mature, an interesting world we live in, you know. Time to get a room. Yeah. Mr. Green. Yeah, you showed up at the right time, Mr. Green. You know, I can't with this show. I know. Right? AI is creepy sometimes. Can you make AI's voice sound like Joe Biden? Can you have your voice sound just like Donald Trump?
I can't do an exact impersonation of public figures, but I can shift my tone a bit if you'd like something more assertive or bold. Just let me know what vibe you're going for.
I'm not. Well, okay. I'm not going for. Anyway, the question really is, which NFL team did the league office just protect them from a bad decision? Jake, you're convinced that Brendan Sorsby would have gone in the second round.
I'm convinced that one owner out of that group of owners would have taken a chance on the guy. That's what I'm convinced about. You had all the scouts there. You had everybody there watching Buddy at his pro day.
Buddy.
You know, I just maintain that NFL owners will find a way to mess it up. So I wouldn't put it past them.
I think I would agree with that. What I don't understand is this belief that this is a suspension. Like, Marcus and I are arguing over text about whether or not Brendan Sorsby was suspended by the NFL. He says this is effectively a suspension. And he believes, Marcus's opinion is that this is keeping Brendan Sorsby from making a living. To which I say, and I believe that this is in the letter, participation in the NFL is a privilege, not a right, that carries with it significant responsibilities, including accountability. Like, it's not your right to play in the NFL. I don't view this as a suspension. You know,
yeah, I don't, bro. That's really Marcus's opinion.
Yeah, he believes that Brendan Sorsby won't be able to win a court case because it'll be too late. Training camps will be open. Like, there's just no way to facilitate it. But he brings up another interesting real estate question. What about liquidated damages?
Yeah, what about him? I mean, the NFL is not damaging him. How's the NFL damaging him, dude? It's
by not granting him the right to earn money in his chosen profession.
Right, but here's the problem, dude. It's your fault that you needed to be in the supplemental. If you hadn't done this or gambled or did what you did, you'd have gone in the regular draft just like everybody else. So I don't understand how we're sitting here trying to make the case that he's been damaged by anybody else but himself. Like, what about the damages to the NCAA? You want to talk about damages? How about the damages to the NCAA? How about the damages to college football? Like, I'm really sick and tired of people making the argument, not unique to Marcus, but just everywhere about, oh, well, this kid is a victim and he's been damaged and and they're hurting him. And like the self-importance of it all is incredible.
He is very self-important.
Like you gambled on your own team, dude. Like it's not anyone else's fault that they want nothing to do with that. You did something. It's the only rule in sports you can't break. Hey, you want to go and speed and still play? You can do that. You want to go and be an awful spouse to your partner at home and do some things you shouldn't do? In the NFL, you can still get past that and still play. Hey, you want to be out of shape for training camp and get in shape? Yeah, you can still play. You want to have just incredible amounts of child support unpaid that need to be paid? You can still play. You can gamble on your own team, though. That's where the line is drawn. So, sorry, dude. No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly and completely. This isn't a suspension. He has no right to play in the NFL. It is a privilege to play in the NFL.
Yes.
And it's nobody's fault but his own that he's in the position that he's in. That's my take.
A suspension takes away something that exists. This isn't a suspension. Totally agree. He's not a member of the NFLPA, so he has no rights and protections. That's how I see it. Preventing gainful employment. Yeah, and I just don't. I don't agree with that.
That's not true. See, this is the problem. He can go and play somewhere else. You can go to Canada. You want to play in the USFL. You want to play like figure it out.
But
dude.
That's people. If you go and play in Canada, you're done. If you play in the UFL, which their season just ended, I think. But if you go play in the UFL, you're done. Like the time frames don't match up. The risk doesn't match up. The contracts don't allow it. You're done. Like it, to me, Brendan Sorsby's best action is to disappear. Brendan Sorsby's best action is get your ass in the gym. Go to San Diego and work with John Beck. Go to rehab and disappear. Go to meetings. Go to 12-step meetings. Go to Gamblers Anonymous meetings. Occasionally use Instagram to show that you're at a meeting. Show me your nickel or your dime or whatever you get for a month of sobriety. Show me that once in a while. Other than that, fuck off. And disappear. Go throw footballs. Go lift weights. Go eat very high protein and very little fat. Go work on your game. Go work on your addiction. And just fuck off.
And by the way, enjoy being a millionaire off of all this just terribleness that's happened to you.
But the Mickelson situation's totally different. In my opinion, Phil Mickelson is now a pariah. Phil Mickelson, do you know how hard you have to work to fuck up YouTube golf? Do you guys understand that Phil Mickelson was a YouTube golf star? He was making legitimate coin on YouTube golf. And then he allegedly got banished from his own country club in Southern California for illegal sexual contact with an employee of that club, allegedly, which he fully denies. Yet he's still not allowed to be a member at that club anymore. So let me get this right. You were dealing with a situation where you weren't participating at Live Golf. Oh, that right. That situation is they're probably out of business. You were preparing for majors, but you weren't playing competitive golf because you had a family health situation. But you're just allegedly scumbag enough to get kicked out of your country club. Got it. Is Brendan Sorsby a bad guy? Probably not. Has he kicked your puppy? No. Does he deserve the right to play in the NFL? Absolutely not. Has he earned that right? Absolutely not. Brendan Sorsby made decisions. He is free. How many days in a row do I have to say this? Like Jake makes a decision.
Another day in a row.
Jake makes a decision not to shave that terrible pubic hair on his neck. We all make decisions and live with consequences. Brendan Sorsby, don't call me Brandon, decided he wanted to bet on Indiana football 40 times. You're free to do that, my guy. You can't play college football because it's against the rules. And there are consequences, but you are free to do that. You are free to continue to bet at Great American Ballpark and wager on sports and all of that while you were at Cincinnati. You are free to do that. It's not a crime. Nobody's chasing you down for it. I mean, you can't play college football because you're not allowed to gamble on college football. But hey, you want to sit at Great American Ballpark and bet pitch to pitch? Dude, do it.
Knock yourself out, bro.
Oh, and when you transfer to Texas Tech and you don't pay the $1 million buyout, which nobody's talking about, when you transfer to Texas Tech and you continue to bet and you use proxies allegedly to bet, you're free to do that. Now, interstate gambling laws and the federal government investigating you, as Jake properly surmised. I mean, you're free to bet with proxies in other states. Absolutely, you're free to do that. It's not allowed, but you can do that. I mean, you can go rob that bank to pay Cincinnati their $1 million. You're free to do that. It's a federal crime. You're probably going to go to jail for 25 years, but you are free to walk into that bank and steal $1 million. Why should we give you something that you haven't earned? What happened to merit-based compensation? What happened to earning your way through this life, working your way through this life? What happened to being self-accountable? He's not in any way, shape, or form. I don't think we need to complicate this or have some discussion about bruh. This is, you made a decision. Let's deal with the consequences now. You're a grown-ass man.
By the way, you're a millionaire because of it.
Well, you've made millions because of it. I don't know that he's a millionaire anymore. I don't know. 47 straight days. Great for the prostate. I haven't played a down of football since middle school. Can I request to be in the supplemental draft? By that logic, if they turn me down, can I sue? Yeah. All those are within your realm. I'm suspended from not being allowed to make a living as a porn star just because my body has shortcomings. It's ridiculous. Hire Jeffrey Kessler. Let's go, Brandon.
Can you measure it?
Lopes fan Gabe, who just got back from Cooperstown with his kid who hit bombs in Cooperstown. How fun is that? I've also been damaged by the NFL, by them not allowing me to pursue my chosen profession. Show me the money, Uncle Roger. Exactly right.
I'm telling you that whether you want to talk about politics or you want to talk about controversial college football players, there is more people who agree with the logical thinking than there are people who think that this is a suspension. And if you think this is a suspension, then you're going to have to explain what your definition of self-accountability is and what your definition of right and wrong is. Because again, just because the guy can sling a football doesn't mean his right to work is any different than any of ours, right? Like, again, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. You don't have a right to be hired by someone, right? You have a right to be able to apply and to potentially interview if they view your resume as quality enough. But that's essentially what this is. I mean, is that lost on everyone? This is essentially a hiring process that is based around a draft system versus a stack of resumes on a desk. You guys understand that, right? Like, hey, to get into the NFL, you're going to go to the draft, and these teams have the opportunity to pick you. It's the same thing as any of us applying to a job. Does your resume stand out? Do people, like what's on the piece of paper enough to talk to you? Do your accolades and tenure and the things you've been able to accomplish and all that good stuff that you've done in your employment life, is that enough to get you a conversation? Oh, it is? Great. Let's interview. Oh, you crushed that interview and got to the next step? Great. Oh, you got the job. Awesome. You got drafted. You don't have the right to play in the NFL. Last time I checked, the NFL, being a quarterback in the National Football League, isn't in the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just, whether it's Cody Campbell, Brendan Sorsby, or anybody else who wants to try to make this kid out like some victim, he's not a victim, dude. He's not a victim. He's the one person that couldn't handle himself around gambling. No, how many thousands of college football players and how many thousands of athletes have gone through the college ranks and you've never heard of them, and then they achieve stardom in the pro ranks. Like he is not special. He is the outlier, and he should be viewed as such. That's what's incredible. Like, I feel like we have this whole sect of people that just want to make this guy out like he's some victim. And there's like this argument of the gambling system victimized him, and now the league won't give him an opportunity. Yeah, but you know what the truth is, bro? I had the opportunity to be a gambling addict. I had an opportunity to be a drug addict. I had an opportunity to be an alcoholic. I had the opportunity to be a criminal. None of that happened to me. Why? Because I didn't want to go down that path. I wanted to be a productive citizen in society. I wanted to do right by my family and my people. But Brendan isn't thinking about any of that. That's my problem here, dude. It's a slap in the face to everyone else who has had to go down the same process he has, yet made better decisions and is benefiting from that. So no, I don't feel like you're a victim. And no, I don't feel like it's a suspension. It's a ridiculous take, dude.
A suspension takes away him making money for a year. It's the same freaking thing, guys, as you're arguing over with the definition of is. This could very well be. It's not a suspension only if he doesn't get into the 27 draft. Yeah. Yeah, which I'm certain he will. Marcus, does he actually exist? Never seen a comment posted. He does not comment on YouTube. Marcus is a... Marcus is kind of a big deal in the TV world. So I respect it. I respect it. Boyd Lake, who's the king of SEO. It sounds like he gave the NFL 3 days notice to put together a draft just for him and no one else. Yeah, and the NFL wasn't going to grant him access to it.
And I would double down on that, Boyd, too. He asked them on 3 days notice and expected them to do it. That's the incredible part. Like, you guys remember all the arguments that Tech Fan made and that Cody Campbell made and about around the supplemental? Oh, well,
yes.
Man, he'll just go to the supplemental. It'll be fine. They'll draft him, no problem. Dude, not only did they not draft you, they refused to have the draft itself. That's just a massive slap in the face.
Per Thamel, multiple NFL executives says Sorsby comes with a lot of issues and would not be looking to draft him. No, I believe everybody else was saying he has a second round grade. You know, if the club had footage of the incident, they would have released it when he came out denying it.
Right.
Yeah. And they showed him the footage. You're talking about Phil Mickelson. There's no gain for the country club to do that. So if you're just tuning in, Phil Mickelson his membership was revoked at a country club in Southern California. It's alleged that Phil Mickelson made inappropriate contact with a female employee. The incident took place allegedly in this form. Phil goes into the club, makes inappropriate contact with this woman, goes out, plays his round of golf. In the middle of that round, the staff from the club sought him out on the course because when he left to go play golf, the woman went and complained. They investigated, they pulled tape. They went and found Phil Mickelson on the course in the middle of his round and showed him the footage allegedly and asked him to leave the premises immediately. He says that did not happen. We'll see. You know, is what it is, right? Rock and Rant. Agree. He needs to disappear for 6 months. Totally agree. And if he has any authenticity to him in front of a reporter, pick the right moment to come tell his story that doesn't come across as self-serving and fake. You need the ESPN feature.
Yeah.
You need the Brendan Sorsby was at the top of the college football world. And it all came crashing down. I made poor choices. Like, you need the feature.
Yes.
The piano music in the background. You need the full ESPN.
It used to be Tom Rinaldi doing it, but now it's someone else who's a random that doesn't do as good of a job. Yeah.
Yep. Pick the right moment to come tell his story that doesn't come across as self-serving and fake. He needs to go to lawsuit, anonymous, and stop trying to sue the future employers he wants. Yeah, I would not be doing that. Nippert is UC's home stadium. Okay. Sorsby got some really, really bad advice. I would agree with that. Stadium guy James, as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I have suffered emotional trauma. I'm going to sue. Okay. You're not a Cowboy fan. You quite literally sat on this show and said you were a Chiefs fan. Got to earn your stripes on and off the field. You do. Sumrall said that Sorsby did not earn that patch. That's right.
You got to earn the name, dude. Got to earn the name.
Get your point. But if he gets 27 draft, it will have essentially been a suspension. I totally disagree. It's semantics at that point. If he gets in after some authentic or perfunctory apology next May, same impact. Yeah, I don't think I can agree with that.
But see, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. There's a difference between suspending someone and making someone go through the proper channels and process. Again, this brings me back to, again, everyone's focused on the integrity of the game with Sorsby, and I understand why. But what about the integrity of just how you do things in business? What about hey, yeah, you did do this on 3 days notice. No, we're not going to have a draft for you. That's not how we do business in the league. And sorry, dude, like the league is bigger than you. Like there's like, we don't have to do anything. Again, this word entitlement, you're not entitled to anything. That's the thing that I can't, like, it just keeps coming back to me. It keeps like again, not unique to you, Rock and Rant, but when I read comments like this and I see arguments like, again, this idea around this effectively being a suspension, for it to effectively be a suspension, there would have had to have been a right on his portion to play in the league. If you're going to suspend someone, you're removing them from something, but you can't remove him from something he never had. The reality is it's not a suspension because he has no right to force a supplemental draft, especially on 3 days notice. So again, I just can't get down with that thinking or logic. Like, this guy is not special or unique. He's the guy that made an ass of himself gambling on his own team and now is trying to fix it, and he's not getting help from the NFL. It is what it is. Again, you don't want to pay your mortgage, the bank's coming for your house. You don't want to pay your car payment, the tow truck's going to be here in 90 days. Like, these are all decisions that you get to make. Notice nobody's saying that you have a right to keep your stuff. Like, it's incredible, the entitlement, man. I just can't. It's wild.
Yeah. His actions are making him a pariah.
Yeah. Like, come on.
I don't know if he understands that. Like Jake Sneckbeard makes him a pariah.
Yeah.
Who's going to take him in the next draft, though? He's a budget buy at best in the later rounds because of all of the sand being out for this. Okay. Yeah, I think he's a pariah. I don't believe he'll get drafted. That's just my opinion. But hey, real quick, did you guys hear the athletic director at Utah? Mark Harlan, who I used to love, and now,
well,
things have changed. You've changed things.
There's no going back.
Was the private equity deal at Utah a good idea?
That is what we're hearing. I think people are looking at it as an innovative approach that we've been working on for 3 years. Doing nothing was not going to work, right? I will say that come January, when everyone's reporting how much it costs with the first year of revenue share going on, they're going to be looking at the schools that decided, you know what, we got to be bold, we got to be different, we got to figure something out that works for us, and that's what Taylor Randall and his staff and all of us here were able to do. I've probably received no less than 30 to 40 phone calls from presidents and ADs asking how we structured this. So I don't think we've taken a lot of arrows. I know we certainly have taken some, but I would say it's the opposite. I think a lot of people have been impressed at what we're trying to do, and I think that it's our job to go out and try to make sure people understand that. And now that we've signed it and now that people are arriving, that's what we're going to do.
How do you feel about that, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that if you're going to do a private equity deal, one, what else is he going to say, right? Like
Right.
Mark Harlan's not going to come out here and criticize his own private equity deal. One. So I'm not surprised to hear him say this, but I mean, if we're just talking about the deal, on its face or like just the deal itself, I mean, look, I think, yeah, it was necessary. I think that private equity can be a good thing at the school level. I still am not 100% confident in it from a conference wide perspective. I think there's so much going on with the value of a conference. It's really hard to kind of figure out if that's a good deal or not based on what your conference is doing. But I think for Utah, the hard part for Utah right now, if you spend any time there, is you begin to understand that obviously, football is going through a bit of a transition. And, if you go and look at all the pundits, the On3s of the world, or whoever you want to look at, all the rankings, everyone has Utah being a double-digit win team. I've seen them as low as 7 wins. I've seen them as high as 11 wins.
You mean Utah?
Utah. I love when you talk Utah. I've seen them all over the board as far as what kind of season they're going to have, which tells me people aren't really sure what kind of season they're going to have, which is exactly what I think most of us feel. We're not confident that the team's going to actually do 10 or 11 wins.
If Utah doesn't, have their stadium burned down with wildfires, I think they're going to be fine. They're not going to be the fine program that, say, Oklahoma State's going to be.
And they're certainly not going to have the jersey patch, which I think that's
I think this private equity deal was what Utah needed. That's it. That's my whole opinion. They're broke. They have not been good at raising money. They have not been good at earning money, and they have not been good at NIL money.
You really think they're struggling for money that much? That they had to do this.
Yes. I think their secondary sports are not making them almost any money. They have massive capital infrastructure improvements that have been ongoing and are slated to begin. They've spent a lot of money and they've not made enough money. I think it's a huge problem at Utah. I really do. I think this whole conference, and it's why the scumbaggery of, do you guys understand that Baylor and Oklahoma State are being out-recruited by Ivy League schools and Appy State? That's real. That's happening. And that's how this conference operates right now. The presidents in the Big 12 are unwilling to do what needs to be done
Mm-hmm.
Which is make more money, which is improve your basketball program so it makes money and people want to go and see it. Get a new basketball arena done. Has to happen. Rent the Delta Center for a year because you need to renovate the Huntsman Center. But so far, Utah has not found a way to do that. Private equity makes that possible.
Yeah, and I think the business dealings over the years haven't been, obviously haven't been great. And I think, and this is not to go down the rabbit hole of the Big 12 issues as usual, but I feel like this conversation around decision making on the business side is something that plagues the Big 12. Like
Yes.
Brett Yormark, I feel like is doing a great job. He has yet to do a bad deal. And, the problem is that again, Utah is supposed to be a brand in the Big 12 that competes for the conference every year. And the problem is that this business conversation is part of the reason why Utah hasn't had better quarterbacks. Right? They haven't had better talent offensively because offensive talent, quite frankly, takes more money, right?
It's
Like you're
expensive.
going to go and get a quarterback, you're going to go get a wide receiver one. Hell, even a big time offensive lineman nowadays, who's an impact player on the offensive line, is going to be expensive. And so when you don't have that money, you're unable to compete with the best in the league, which again, in the last several seasons, as this play has played out, the Texas Tech effect in the Big 12 is brands like Utah are not doing what they thought they would be doing because they're getting outspent and outperformed in the checkbook. So I guess what I don't want to see happen like 3 years from now, 5 years from now, I don't want to hear the Mark Harlans of the world or ADs or presidents or whoever, talking about the fact that the private equity deal didn't work out or like it wasn't a right decision or you know what I mean? Because that would just be so Big 12 of them, right? Like, hey, we tried something and it didn't work out and it is what it is. We're just going to sit here in mediocrity. And we've talked so much about the Protect College Sports Act and the politicians and like what's going on in the bigger picture in college football. It's stuff like Utah's financial picture that makes me pause and say, yeah, you know what? Like when you ask me questions like, am I optimistic about the Big 12's future? Not particularly. Not particularly. No, because your most successful brand of late is riddled with drama. Your second most successful brand can't seem to get into the CFP because people have a personal bias against them for their religious beliefs, allegedly. And then I don't know who your third biggest brand is. A lot of people would tell you it's Utah, but if it is Utah, then yeah, they've got a lot of financial issues that they need to work out in order to be successful.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to sit here and believe that Morgan Scalley, a never-time head coach at the college level he's at now, is going to come in here and give us a 10 or 11 win season. I just it's wishful thinking. And I'm not making it personal with Morgan. I think he's a hell of a football coach, but let's give the guy a couple of years to get his feet under him before we start throwing 10 or 11 win expectations at him. That's what I don't get about what they're doing specifically at Utah. Like what you did with Witt going into Morgan Scalley, you just thought that it would just be an easy transition, and it's never. Listen, dude, I know that I'm younger and I'm still growing up and stuff, but if there's one lesson you learn pretty quick in life, stuff doesn't go exactly how you want it to go. There's always something. And I feel like Utah just hasn't learned that lesson lately.
I don't know how you fix the Big 12. I just think that there's so many that are a drag on this league right now. Like to me, the hard part is, and the reality is that you have, like, when I look at these numbers, it's not ideal that you have so many underperforming programs. It's just not ideal, man. And my confidence is very low that this league will do what has to be done, especially when you look at how much money's not being made, right? D-Rock, hello. Syracuse University operational budget struggling big time. 65% of that budget comes from freshman, sophomore enrollment. A decline in international student enrollment and athletic ticket sales. Yeah. Yeah, the administration's policy on student visas is really hurting the American education system.
Yeah, look at again, not to derail us too much, but look at Oregon's struggle with enrollment. Oregon is struggling massively to keep enrollment at a level that allows them to continue operating the way they want to financially. If your enrollment is not where it needs to be, you're going to struggle. And that was the genesis of college athletics. The problem is we've flipped that now, and kids are not going to school to get educated. They're going to school to get to the NFL or to get to the NBA or Major League Baseball, and the education is the second piece. So the schools that adapt to that and understand that are the ones that are doing well right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Houston looks really good. It's not what happens, it's how you handle it. 100%.
Yeah.
Whoa. What happened to Mike Smith? What happened? Did Mike get blocked? Michael, what did you say? Mike Smith is in timeout right now?
Come on, dude.
Mike. Nick D, if you aren't a major program in the sport, you won't bring in revenue to support the behind-the-scenes financials. That could be. Samson has a hat in hand wanting money. Well, maybe. Emojis, but I'm back already. Oh, okay. Texas enrolled is top tier in the country. Texas always has great enrollment. But
notice we're not hearing financial issues at Texas.
No, I'm not playing your game. Big 12 is permanently a second-tier conference. Even if a school elevates on a consistent basis, they would get called up to the P2, leaving the Big 12 even worse off. Well, we've blocked expansion now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making $1 billion or more,
college sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of saving somebody, did you see this Dustin Poirier video?
Bro.
Why is it that we won't come together around the idea that getting punched in the face for a living is bad for your brain? Because whether it's getting punched in the face or playing football or whatever it is, these dudes that have constant brain trauma always find themselves in bad situations.
What's going on?
What's up? Bunch of hoes. Let's go. Let's go.
Relax.
You lying motherfucker. Yeah, pull me off the plane. All my boys went to the fucking crib. Now what the
And this is why he got
all right. You Dustin Poirier?
Man, fuck you, bro.
All right, just relax.
Man, fuck you and fuck her and fuck her. I'll fight you right now.
No, I don't want to fight, bro.
I'll go with you right now.
Bro, I don't want to fight, bro. I don't want to fight.
Let's go.
I don't want to fight.
Let's go.
Radio, have you?
Yeah, tell him, come on.
Get a couple of
Because it's gonna be bad.
Bro, just
it's gonna be bad, my nigga.
Bro.
What's up?
Bro, relax.
You wanna fight?
Radio 37.
You wanna
Radio,
fight
start
something?
several units. Start several units.
How you boys not gonna fight something? That's pussy.
Radio
Bro.
3710.
You pussy, boy. You pussy.
Bro,
You
relax,
gonna taste
relax, bro.
You gonna
Relax.
taste
Relax,
You
bro.
gonna taste me, dog?
Relax.
Bro, I'm gonna bang you up.
Bro, relax.
Like, you a fucking- I'm gonna do it.
Just relax.
Give me a good one.
Yo. They kicked him off the
Bunch
flight.
of hoes,
This
bro.
guy's a
Bunch
UFC
of
fighter.
bitch-ass
bro.
bitches.
You know.
What's going on, brother? Talk to me. Man, the bitch is lying hoes, man. Let's go. Arrest me. Let's go. Let's go. Arrest me. That's the best way, dog. That's the best way. That's the best way. Hey, pound it.
All right, man.
Nah, you did a great job, bro. You did a great job. You did what you could.
All right. They did not want to arrest him. They tried not to detain him. And ultimately, it appears he wanted to be arrested to protect himself. Because he has said previously when he is not fighting and doesn't have a fight coming up, things are bad for him. And he was allegedly intoxicated and was difficult on the plane, which is why they pulled him off. He was difficult with the talent at the gate, so they called the cops. And then he threatened the police, and they still didn't want to arrest him. And he asked to be arrested, so they obliged. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I think that I couldn't agree more. The brain trauma, conversation with these guys is really an uncomfortable one. It's one that people don't want to have. People don't want to acknowledge it or talk about it. But the reality is that these guys are machines, dude, in the best way and in the worst way. Meaning that, yes, he's acknowledged when he doesn't have a fight coming up that it's rough for him. And why is it rough? Because when you don't have a fight coming up, you don't have a need to be in the gym every single day, all day long. You're not busy. You're just out and about doing everyday tasks. And, he was drunk. Clearly he was not well. And it's really sad because I feel like he's one of the guys in the UFC over the last couple of years that people really liked because of the stuff he went through with Conor and just that whole saga. And now we're getting tapes like this. So I feel like it's this thing where it's like, all right, come in as a rookie or a young guy, grind your ass off, build a reputation, become beloved, reach the pinnacle. And then once you're at the pinnacle, what's the way down look like? Some guys understand, retire on top and disappear. And then you're never in trouble. Other guys stay too long. And I don't know if that's what's happening with Dustin, but airport videos like this are not good for your career, dude.
It's brutal. And just looking at it, you just know what freedom of choice.
Yeah.
You made choices. You can't, I'll never understand the folks that get drunk and then get on an airplane. It never ends well. And then when you're a fighter and you want to get into a physical altercation, come on. It's brutal.
Yeah.
It is really brutal. I think it's just a violent mindset in general.
Well, it's just
that does come with the territory.
It's what his body defaults to when he's under the influence.
Yeah. Dustin is one of the good dudes in the sport. Apparently not. Apparently not. For the record, I am now posting on YouTube. I am not defending Sorsby at all. It's been a clown show.
Okay. You're saying that you now are posting video content on YouTube. So let me just do a quick check, just like we did with that bro that rolled in here a couple of weeks ago. Okay, Rock and Rant 1. Let's see, 2 subscribers, and don't see any posts on YouTube, dude. See 1 video about a guitar.
Yeah.
So this is definitively and confirmed a troll at how many teams I love James.
Yeah, I think the Sorsby thing is, it really comes down to personal accountability. So I hope at some point we get into this. Dustin Poirier, the same thing. I hope we get into a situation in this country where personal accountability means something again. You can't threaten police officers and airline staff. You can't. You can't do that. And I really hope that at some point that gets figured out by people before they wind up melting themselves. Because I feel like it's specific to combat sports. I feel like that's what you do. You melt your brain. You melt your brain. You know, Rock and Rant has been on different college football shows for some time now. Oh, really? Nice. We like that. And Idle Mind becomes the devil's workshop. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The guy, Josh Long, is actually a friend of mine, an example of being in the sport, but also keeping your cool until you are needed. Okay. Well, you can't spell UFC lightweight without CTE. So that's very well said. Make sure you guys hit the like button so we talk about this Poirier arrest. Rock and Rant has been on a number of other channels. Okay. I like it. I like it. Hey, man, I hope that he is. So College Football Express is Rock and Rant's show. Okay. Jake, are you looking up college football?
I am, yes. College Football Express is a channel. 2,000 subs. And yes, it would appear that it is. I mean, it's hard to tell. I don't know what somebody looks like, but yeah, maybe it is this channel. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know what Rock and Rant looks like, but if that is your channel, that's great, dude.
Yeah, and I wish you well. It's not an easy game. Oh, look at that. Calford gives 20 Monty show membership.
Thank you, Calford.
Sorry, I got carried away. I like it. Speaking of accountability, where is BDM's DeBanza video?
Yeah, so you were saying he sent you a video? Is that...
He sent me he sends me pictures of him with famous people. And he has not sent me, don't get me started on that. He said, please do. People want your people are waiting for your video on the show. Literally asking for you. He messages with me. I just think he gets upset when he doesn't like, Big Daddy Magic doesn't like the heat that comes with having ovaries. And I think that sometimes, I don't have ovaries. Oh, my bad. Sometimes it bothers him, I think. So what did you think of the NBA draft last night? because I do think it is interesting that Darren Peterson, don't want to Platerson, ends up on the Utah Jazz. And by all accounts, he's excited to be there.
Like you, how did you feel when the Jazz got that second pick?
Super blessed and excited. They got a great team, and I think we got a chance to go win. And that was super important to me. I want to go somewhere and help the team win. And I think it'll be easy with those guys because there's so many other great players.
Austin Ainge said a lot of the Jazz contingent flew out to Ohio to see you. Yep. What was that like? What was that visit? How did that visit go?
I was super impressed by it. You know, they took their time to come and see me, and that meant a lot to me. And I knew that if they were to call me today and take the pick, that I was going to be super content with it and super excited to get there and play for them.
You've been to Utah at least once before? Is that the only time you've been there?
Yep, seen the great scenery. I can't wait to go see it again.
Was it just like an afternoon? How long were you there? Do you remember?
I think a couple of days. We had a couple games there in my senior year.
As you get ready for Summer League, you expect to be able to play?
Yes, sir.
Do you have an idea what your first bucket's going to be?
What you think?
You're a shooter, but you can get to the rim.
Whatever you want. I'm going to remember this right here is what you need.
All right. Jazz fans are going to see you hit a three.
There it is.
You're going to go
knock one down.
Ben Anderson, KSL Sports, saying that Darren Peterson, he got Darren Peterson to commit to a three-point shot being his first bucket. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Listen, I'm glad that he's excited. I mean, that's
is that excited?
Yeah, I think for him that's excited. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that I'm glad to see that he's so far hasn't been drama filled. Hey, I'm really excited. Can't wait to meet the guys. I feel really strongly I can contribute to the team. He's kind of been that's been his messaging, which I'm glad to hear. I am. I think that that's what you should be saying as the rookie coming into the room. That's what it should be. However, that doesn't mean that I don't have my hesitations and reservations about this guy. But I didn't just forget all the stuff you did at Kansas or the suffering that you had at Kansas allegedly with your body. I don't have any doubt about dude's talent or ability to score the basketball or play the game from a skill set standpoint. My questions are all around durability, health, the mentals around his health, and what that's going to look like. Because Jazz fans, you'd have thought that the Jazz drafted Michael Jordan. You'd have thought that LeBron is a Utah Jazz man now, or that they just got the second coming of Jesus Christ, the basketball player.
He's very good.
I agree he's very good, but it doesn't matter if you're very good if you're not on the floor for the majority of the season. And that's what I think we got to wait and see. Again, as I said yesterday, okay, great. Prove to me that you can stay healthy. Prove to me that you have a workhorse mentality, that you're willing to get your ass out of bed every day earlier than anybody else and go and take care of your body and recover and do the things you on an individual level need to do to be ready to go. And he swears up and down that the cramping thing is no longer an issue and that he's good and he's prepared and everything's fine. And I hope that's the case. I hope that we don't have to keep talking about this. I hope that he goes out and wins Rookie of the Year and has an amazing year. Yeah. But I'm not the guy that just forgets what happened and just looks past it and looks at this with rosy colored glasses. Because we've seen this before. Dude, you cover the game long enough, you know what it is. It's draft night. What else is he gonna say? Right? You know what?
I don't know what he would say.
Yeah, you're not certainly gonna say that you have injury issues and man, I really hope that I can be there. That's not what he's gonna say.
No,
dude. So
of course not.
I think that I just want to see it on the floor. I'm sick and tired. My problem is that I'm really tired of the Jazz telling us they're going to go and do stuff and then never doing it. Do I agree that you've got a roster loaded with young talent? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And do I agree that you're supplementing Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr. with that young talent? Absolutely. And I think that's great. But again, as what was bandied about on the draft show yesterday on ESPN, what is Will Hardy like on a team that has expectations? They were talking all about it.
Well,
and that's a big piece of conversation. So yes, good pick. yes, in the scenario we talked about, AJ goes 1, you're taking Darren Peterson, I guess. But let's see it play out.
Yeah. I think AJ Dibansa. We'll come back to AJ. I want this Gatorade video with Darren Peterson. Look at this video. This is a very interesting partnership. I mean, I'm not sure he has an endorsement deal with Gatorade, but look at this partnership video with DP and Gatorade.
Feel him coming. There you go. And then using that baseline. Nice and smooth. Come back with it. There you go. That's it.
We're going to put this on you right before your workout. The sweat patch is measuring the sweat rate.
That's the one. Even on the pass. Get out wide. There you go. Wide. Keep the hips down. Hit. Now pull it. Good. Come on. Run through the tape. Run through the tape. Run through the tape. Run through the tape. Hell yeah. So you was going to be mad today. Fight them all. Fight them. There you go. That's a different rhythm. Friday. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're going to scan your sweat patch. Gatorade squeeze bottle, that's about 33 ounces. So you're sweating a little bit more than one of those an hour. Try to get one of those every hour.
About to go chug some now. It's cool, though. I like this. Thanks for coming to watch me work. I'll see you at the draft.
I mean, that's pretty cool. For a guy that's dealt with the cramping issues, to get a Gatorade deal is the sweat patches and like the technology. Gatorade's not just a beverage company, right? Like they're engineering athletes. That's the message.
How can bro monetize his cramps? I know you can call Gatorade and partner with them in some form or fashion to put together a pre-draft workout video that tells us how much you're sweating so that we can all understand that you're sweating about a Gatorade bottle an hour and you need to rehydrate with Gatorade because Gatorade has electrolytes and is the best product out there, while also showing NBA executives that you're not going to cramp and that you're available. It's I'm sorry. I guess call me a red ass, dude. I can't ignore the narratives here, dude. You're this guy from Kansas who had all these cramping issues and body issues. And now what do I see before the draft? And now you're the number 2 overall draft pick. I just saw that and I was like, there's no way dude monetized his cramping in college, dude. It's incredible.
Konnichiwa, bro. Like, I just think it's amazing. I think it's one of the better deals that we've seen recently. Right? I think it's one of the better deals that we've seen recently. So I'm here for it. I am here for it. And listen, Buddy's a lot of things. And I hope Darren Peterson lives up to his max potential because the Jazz really need it. The Jazz really, really need it. So we'll see, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. Who did the Mavs get to help flag? John Morez, which is a good pickup for them. I mean, I largely like the rest of the draft. I'm telling you, Cam Boozer is going to be a stud. I'm telling you that Caleb Wilson from North Carolina going to be a stud. You know, like Kingston Fleming from Houston, stud. How many Big 12 guys went? Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
You look at Dibansa, Darren Peterson, obviously. You look at Kingston Fleming, Braden Burries, who went to Milwaukee, it's going to be a stud. Like, you look at all the guys that went at the top of this draft and then throughout. Christian Anderson, drafted by Charlotte, huge pickup at 18. There's just a lot of Big 12 basketball guys. Even Cameron Carr went to the Knicks. Right? And then, he was drafted by the Knicks, but I think it was traded to the Lakers. I mean, just a huge, huge pickup. I mean, it is Arizona, Iowa State, Houston at the bottom. Huge night for the Big 12.
Yeah. Really good
Huge night for the Big 12.
Yeah. I mean, I think, look, again, Big 12 basketball is very good. There's no question about it. you know, the Big 12 is in a good spot with basketball. I think there's no disputing that. I think overall, I think that again, the Big 12 as a conference needs to improve in a lot of areas, but basketball is one that you know, they're performing. There's no question about it. I'd love to see them have more success in the tournament on a broader scale, not just from a national championship perspective, but more Big 12 teams getting deeper in the conference so the conference can make more money.
100%.
But that's, you know, that's a year-to-year thing, and we'll just see how that develops.
Hit the like button right here on the Monty Show as we talk NFL draft. We've had 2,700 views and 48 likes. Come on, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If the Jazz start winning playoff games, is it only until players start deserving more money and then it's rebuild time again? Well, I heard last night that they were close on a Kessler trade. So that's going to piss off fans, but is what it is. I think Ryan Smith, the owner of the Jazz and the Utah Hockey Club, has never shown the want to or desire to spend big money on payroll. So we'll see. He was the best fit for the way the roster is currently constructed. Oh, there's no question about that. There's no question about that, but you were going to take AJ DeBanza. So it's not like you were looking guard. Right? I mean, you could have gone big for sure. Hopefully college was just a freak year and not the norm. It better not be the norm. It better not be the norm. Better not be. Average Joe could have told him he needed to hydrate. I mean, you got to take them electrolytes, man. You know.
I just, it continues to amaze me that you have what amounts to a professional athlete struggling with his body on that level with those, like, you guys understand, like, I understand. Hey, you guys want to bag on the Midwest in our country? Okay, cool. It's still Kansas, dude. It's still the University of Kansas. It's still like incredible facility, incredible program, like incredible resources. That's a basketball school, dude, not a football school. We all damn well know that. So that's where my concern really, that's where I just am not willing to be like, it's 1 year. Well, when you say it's 1 year, that would infer that it's just a freak thing. Well, I'm not sure that it was a freak thing. Like you're the best player on your team at Kansas, and you're struggling to figure it out to where you're to a point where it's dominating the Big 12 headlines.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, did Peterson miss the second half again? Did they lose because he couldn't finish the game? Like, I don't know, man. I'm always really cognizant of like not adding more drama to situations than is needed, but I really feel like people are just letting bro off the hook for the issues he had. And you know, everyone says it's ridiculous to compare him to other players that have had injury concerns, but I'm telling you, if his rookie year is filled with, hey, I can't play, or I'm on the injury report constantly, the narrative is going to, you know, fire right back up, dude. But I hope for his sake, he is able to overcome it. I hope that he does take it very seriously and never puts his body in that position again, no matter what the issue actually was, because I don't think any of us actually know what the issue was.
Jordan Harris, are we all going to pretend like y'all didn't say AJ wasn't ready for the NBA 6 months ago? He wasn't ready for the NBA. December, January, he was not ready for the NBA guy. It's no question about it. He was not being an alpha. He talked about this.
Yeah.
He talked about this straight away. When he started at BYU, he didn't want to be overbearing. He didn't want to dominate the ball. He wanted to spread the ball and get his teammates involved. And then when Buddy got hurt, oh my God, his name just went right out of my head.
Yeah, we know who you're talking about.
When Buddy got hurt, AJ DeBanza straight up said it changed me. I knew I had to get aggressive. And what happened when he got aggressive? He became a much better player. He became a much better scorer. They became a much better team, Richie Saunders. When Richie Saunders got hurt, he became a much more aggressive player. He became an alpha. It completely changed his game. And he has talked openly about the impact that injury had on him. So at the time, before Richie Saunders got hurt, he was not ready to go to the NBA. Because in the NBA, you got to come out blazing. And Darren Peterson, in my opinion, was the most NBA-ready player until he forgot to take his Midol, and the cramps just got out of control.
Mm-hmm.
I said Midol, you guys. Okay. It's going to be that kind of show. Penn State needs a child advocacy patch, and Georgia needs an SRT patch.
Facts.
Okay. Kansas should have done a private equity deal so they could have afforded Gatorade for DP. Truth. No lies told here.
Unless we're talking about Lance Leipold.
Well, that was different. They were throwing tortillas at him. Self-preservation and stuff.
Right.
Gatorade telling him what his mom told him. Drink more water. Exactly right. Ryan, Georgia needs the breathalyzer to start the car, and they need a gubna on the engines. All the SRT jokes. Dude. All the SRT jokes. Christian Anderson being relegated to Charlotte. Speaking of guys who need to learn to drive. Well, Calford gifted 20 more. If you guys don't have a membership now, appreciate that very much. Thank you. That really helps us. That really, really helps the show. Thank you. In high school, I ran cross country. Like from New York to Seattle, or when you say you ran cross country, like was there a specific, boundary? Like, was it more Florida to LA? I mean, maybe you started in the Carolinas or somewhere on the Eastern Seaboard. I mean, that drastically changes your trajectory.
Right.
Our coach had us drink so much water, we were peeing every hour on the hour, never cramped up during a race. Drinking water will do that. Absolutely. Hello. Hook 'em. Tom Dean, if DP couldn't be motivated by playing at a program like Kansas, what does it take to motivate him? I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here accusing the guy of not wanting to win or not being motivated. What I'm saying is that we don't know what the exact issue was. Like, yeah, he talked about his whole body cramping and being fearful of that, but I'm trying to understand what it actually was. What causes that in you, dude? That's I just think it's a weird situation.
I don't even think it's weird. I am very hesitant to say he was lying about the cramping thing. But if he was really having these issues, why would you draft him number 2? That's the question I'll always have.
Because you think you can fix him, I guess.
I'm not going to ever question a guy when he says he's injured. I just think it's bad for business. There's BDM. How about we talk about something else? Okay, move on. You're done here. AJ's a Washington Wizard. Never to be heard from again. I do feel Boozer is going to win the Rookie of the Year. He's going to be with Memphis. Well, he's going to be all Memphis has. That's not wrong.
Yeah.
The sport cross country. Oh, the sport cross. I know what you
People are misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Oh, meridians. And okay. I know what you meant.
West of the Mississippi and, right as rain and stuff.
BDM, more Popeye videos, please.
Yeah, what BDM, you're losing some aura here, bro. We were expecting a full crash out video from you on the Dabanza not going to the Jazz thing, and all we get is a comment. Come on, dude. I was fully expecting you to be like throat deep on a chalupa trying to get out your take about why the Jazz messed this up.
Yeah. Oh, he sent a video.
Oh, he did.
Oh, and it's a nude. Oh, it's a nude. Oh, boy.
I'll give you everything. I don't have ovaries. I don't have AJ Dabanza. I got a dumbass motherfucker mowing lawns, trying to support his fat wife and 9 kids. I'm not happy right now. But besides that, have a good day. Fuck BYU. It was no good. Llama licking leprechauns beat those motherfuckers. Good day.
Wow.
Hey, Dustin Poirier.
No, now good old Big Daddy Poirier is off of the he's off of the BYU bandwagon. Just because AJ Bansa wound up in Washington, otherwise known as Washington. You're off the BYU bandwagon now. So are you going to say nice things about Notre Dame now, or are you going to keep trying to poke the bear? You know, some people have a higher pain tolerance. Other people act like they're dying from some minor aches and pains.
Bro, did you just call him soft?
I think he did. Because the medicals were sent to every NBA team. If something were a red flag, someone would have leaked it to get him to drop. Maybe. Look, I think Darren Peterson is a wildly talented player. And I hope he dominates for the Jazz because Jazz fans deserve it. Who had BDM not being a BYU fan after AJ left on their bingo card? Everybody. Gotta feel bad for Buddy, though, don't you?
What? He's not an actual BYU fan? Who'd have thought?
Yeah. All right. Speaking of food reviews, let's end the show today with Maury Alvarez. I don't want to know where this is or what food the answer is no.
We're here just a little bit north of the airport here in Tampa, dropping off my friend, and we decided to take him over to one of my favorite restaurants, Santeñas Justin. So we have our food now, and I have some cebancho, and it's a cebancho wrap. My daughter had ordered the cebancho, and then my daughter Camilla ordered some empanadas, and we are looking forward to it. My review here, I got my cebancho wrap right here, and it is great. I mean, it has rice, it has a steak, it has an egg in it, it has some potatoes in it, it has some onions and some tomatoes, and I'm looking forward to it. It's one of the things that I love, and yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, it doesn't disappoint. Every time I have it, it's so good. Let's hear from my daughters, see how they like it.
I've got the empanada, and I've got a chicken empanada. I don't know about the others. It's really hot, and it's really good. I really like it.
Okay. What do you rate it?
5 stars.
5 stars. But that restaurant, even though it's really small, it's inside of a gas station, is amazing.
Oh,
Yo, I'm sorry. Bolivian food inside of a gas station? Nah, I'm fine.
First of all, that's a burrito. The empanada actually looked good. The burrito didn't look bad, but it's inside of a gas station, dog. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't remember the terminology dude used for whatever the name was, but you just had a steak burrito in a gas station, and you expect me to believe that you're not going to be on the full cherry blowout situation in about a day. Like, that's happening, dude. We all know it is.
It is what it is.
I can't do it. Are you okay? What are you willing to eat out of a gas station?
Stuff that is prepackaged. Stuff
so
that is
not
made on site.
Bolivian food.
No, not Bolivian. I'm willing to eat some donuts from a gas station. Not a steak burrito from a gas station food mart outside of Tampa.
I'm not even willing. I think I got I got a new weight loss plan from Chinese food. I ate from Pike Marketplace last week. I won't even do that anymore. I am not eating any hot
you
food.
Had another cleansing.
I didn't have a cleansing. There were some thunderstorms rolling through the rectum. I had a little shrimp fried rice at Pike Marketplace. Won't make that mistake again.
Damn.
My wife had, I told you guys last week, my wife had full-on food poisoning. You know, I just don't think I'm not willing to eat off rollers. That is certainly, I'm not stupid like Jake is. Jake eats off rollers daily.
Bro, this is worse than that, right?
No, nothing is worse than roller food.
Dude went from eating roller food to going to a full-on like sit down inside of the gas station where they're making the food for you. Like,
yeah, that's not Jimmy the plumber, bro, raking his fecal covered forearms over taquitos on a roller so he can get back to the cheddar infused hot dogs at the back of the roller panel.
Bro, I'm sorry. I can't. No, this is worse than eating roller food.
No,
dude.
It's not close to worse. This is akin to Beto's.
No.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
Beto's is a standalone, dude. Beto's is not a gas station. It's a standalone chain. Come on, bro.
This is way better than eating roller food. You eat roller food. You're on the clock because you'll eat roller food every day of the week.
No, that's not true.
You're on the clock in that sense.
That's not true.
You don't deserve to have normal bowel movements when you eat taquitos off of rollers.
Bro, I had 2 taquitos like 3 years ago now.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. What? Like, no. That's like getting gas station pizza or wings. The answer is no. I'm not doing it. That's like buying anything in a Circle K. The answer is no, I'm not doing it.
Circle K. Come on, bro.
I'm not doing it.
Come on.
If I go to a gas station, it's for Monster, Gatorade, and like pistachios. Maybe a protein bar. Other than that, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm not doing it. I am not eating hot food at a gas station. I don't even want, those gas stations in the middle of nowhere that have like a Subway or a McDonald's or not even doing that. Not even doing that. When I need a purge, I go for all sups bean burrito. Dude, the refried beans will kill you. That you want to traumatize your colon, get some refried beans. That will happen. In no way, shape, or form is it not better than roller food. Dude, you done crossed the Rubicon into madness. I agree. It is way better than roller food. What, Maury? Handmade Bolivian cuisine?
Dude, get the hell out. Handmade Bolivian cuisine? Dude just took a steak off a cart out back and threw it in a deep fryer and called it Bolivian food. Come on.
Which is still better than Rico leaving fecal matter on your taquitos.
Fuck you.
Yes,
Fuck
exactly.
You
not,
suck.
dude. Absolutely not, bro.
You would eat fecal taquitos instead of this.
Dude,
I knew today would be shitty.
I'm not eating. I'm not doing the Subway in the gas station. I'm not doing the Bolivian joint. Like, I'm not. And generally speaking,
but you'll eat taquitos off a roller.
I don't do. Generally speaking,
you take the O out of count. You take the O out of count.
I don't eat roller food. I had a 2 taquito setup like 3 years ago, and now I'm forever crucified for doing that.
And having a neck beard.
Okay, well, you know what? It is what it is.
Yummy.
It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. Okay, like
I would never eat. I'd never eat taquitos off a roller, except 2 years ago. I did a nickel upstate in Springfield, and that's all they were serving that day. Dude. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, let's get the likes up, can we please? Big Blue Horses. Back in the day, I was a GM for Flying J. Oh, this ought to be good. Know what most popular hot case food items was my top seller? Fried chicken gizzards. Number 2, fried burritos. Oh my God. You guys, you're literally eating chicken testicles
Macaque.
off of a roller. Like, no.
I'm sorry. You just uttered chicken testicles.
I'm not eating chicken nuts.
His cock.
And I'm not eating a chicken dick. I'm not doing it. What is wrong with you? Just go to Maverick and get the burrito.
Thigh guy, but we can graduate to chicken gizzards. That's cool.
Yes, you are absolutely the guy that wants to eat chicken testicles. There's no question.
Here I am.
Bro, what did you have for dinner last night?
That is wild, dude. I had meal prep last night. I had sweet potato, turkey, a little corn salsa I made. It's pretty good.
You are ridiculous.
I know.
You're ridiculous. Andrew Luck is even jealous of Jake's neck beard. Tilt your head up so we can see your full neck beard in all its glory.
I'm not doing that. No.
Okay. This show is hilarious. We try.
Yeah.
There's one place on YouTube today using the word chicken gizzards and testicles in one video. This is it. This is it. I just have my limits. Okay. I'll occasionally go through a drive-through. Occasionally.
Come on,
like
dude.
once a month. If I'm eating out lately, it's Chipotle and that's it. That's it. My wife made roasted sweet. I'm going to have roasted sweet potatoes and a bag of frozen vegetables for lunch today. That'll be it. That's all. I'm not eating. There's a deli by my house where I'll get like what they call a gobble, gobble, gobble. It's like a turkey cranberry sandwich with a deli pickle. I'll have that. I'm not doing, God. Oh. Anyway. FTR, just in case you were being serious, gizzards are not testicles. Well, they might as well be. Somebody want to give me the definition of a yeah, it's their colon tract. It's not their testicle. You cut the testicles off.
No.
You clip those nuts off the gizzards.
So again, we're back to crappy roller food.
Oh. Need prep for a colonoscopy? Go to 7-Eleven and order the feces taquitos and the bean taquito. Hey, what's in those? What flavor are the taquitos? Landscaper feces.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
We're calling that flavor Jimmy the Plumber. That white stuff is, the crack. It's smegma.
Yeah, smegma, exactly.
What flavor is that burrito? Smegma. Plumber smegma. That's what that flavor is.
Hey, Maury, thanks for taking the show off the rails, by the way, dude. I mean, you couldn't have just gone to like Pizza Hut. You had to go to Bolivian joint in some gas station to give us a review.
The biggest load that we've seen.
Thanks, dude.
Oh. Stomach that help. Oh.
Okay.
What do they call cow intestine? Is it like tripe or something? Oh. 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 No. No. A girl that I know pretty well makes homemade poke for her family. No. Nope. Raw fish? No, I'm good. Nope. No. You want to give me some cod that I can air fry into some cod tacos? Yes. Raw fish? No. Spicy tuna roll? That's about as far as I go.
Pay that man his money.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm gonna pass.
Yes, schmegma is a great word. Oh. Yeah, dude. Nothing worse than Thai tummy. Oh. How are you feeling, dude? King of Thailand lives in Thailand now and got into a very serious scooter accident. Almost died. Glad you didn't. Plumber schmegma. I just threw up in my mouth a little. Oh, what's the icing on that cinnamon roll, sir? Oh, it's the plumber schmegma.
Caramel.
Every time my friend Joe the plumber does a sewer line replacement, he brings me some of the remnants out of the pipe.
Dick Hammer.
Oh, brutal. And I'll never forgive you for eating those taquitos.
Mm-hmm.
Will you commit to shaving the beard tonight? Will you show up here tomorrow?
It's been such a bit on the show. I feel
Just
committed to keeping it, dude.
shave this.
I mean,
You want to leave it on the bottom?
You see, I'm a guy of simple taste.
You need to tickle the snowballs a little bit with it. Hey, I get it. You got to shave the neck here, dude.
Okay. All right.
What?
I'm going to be pissed if you guys roll in here disappointed in me after you asked me to shave it.
So you'll commit to shaving.
Yeah.
Are you going to go bald?
No.
Okay.
Google me.
What are you going to do? You going to wax it?
No, I'm not waxing it. No.
I love a little game called Just a Tip.
Yeah, no. Don't wax it.
Oh.
In all honesty, if you want to look like the way you look, knock yourself out. None of us would ever
You're just
wear
an
that.
ugly F, and I'm not, that's just what it is.
None of us would ever look like that. But hey, you want to do that? You want to have low standards in your life? Knock yourself out, dude. Nobody here is going to judge you. At least, well, I am openly. If
you guys ever want to kick it, we'll flow.
It's fine. How's the Robacks fitting you these days?
Good. Yeah, good. Comfortable as hell, man.
Monty has OCD. Let Jake have his neck beard.
Hey, look here, man.
Poor Jake and his chin shadow.
Yeah.
That or you just have to commit. Jake, we'll all coalesce around the idea that you're going through a transition phase right now. You're transitioning to beard guy. And so it's just got to grow in a little bit.
Oh, see, look at this. Look at this. Here's Major Letdown finally showing up today, giving me credit for wearing the Roback hoodie. Finally.
Okay.
Finally.
I have so many hoodies my wife won't allow me to buy anymore, but Jake, that one is straight fire. Love the Roback.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Wore it just for you after your comments yesterday. Hope you feel happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's too warm. It's going to be 80 degrees, which is essentially 100 in Seattle. Or I've got the Roback,
Yes.
It's, what the problem for me wardrobe wise is right now, and then we got to go. Everything's just, I'm the ever shrinking man. I can't keep doing it. So yesterday was Prime Day. I'm telling you, Willet golf shorts. WILLIT, I think it is. Willet golf shorts. $24 on Prime. Incredible. 7-inch inseam. Every color you can want.
Magic number,
That's what she said.
I want to thank me.
Just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's the way to go. But I'm a huge quarter zip. I'm more of a quarter zip guy.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily do the Roback hoodie. I think I have one Roback hoodie. I have the Azaleas and I have the Notre Dame. So 2. I think the Azaleas are a Roback. The Azalea is too busy to wear on the show, though. So,
yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, I can rock the Notre Dame. The Notre
Dame one's nice, dude. I like the Notre Dame one. Yeah.
It is. The Notre Dame hockey one's growing on me, but it's Under Armour, so.
Yeah, it's tough.
Is what it is. All right. The Monty Show is always presented by The Advocates. At theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business 24/7, 365 at theadvocates.com, where you never reach into your pocket to pay the advocates because you don't pay unless and until the advocates win your case, and you never reach into your pocket. Get clear risk-free advice right now. Theadvocates.com. Until tomorrow. Say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.